It's time for Halloween. Almost there, but we're in October. It's October time. That means tons of freaking horror movies. Fellas,
You didn't tell us when to unfreeze.
when I did it, I thought.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You want to do it again?
No,
Let's do it
no,
again.
That's fine.
No,
That's
it's not
just
good.
fine.
Okay, fuck it. Welcome back to the show, audience. I'm me. That's him. And that's him.
Yeah,
And
that's
we
about right.
we got movies. We got a movie and a shorter movie to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So to celebrate the start of October, we're getting into
Libra
horror
season,
cinema.
baby. Libra season. Libra season. Libra season. Gang. My
Who's a
birth-
Libra?
I'm a
Chace
Libra.
is a Libra. Chace's
Comment
if you're a
brother's
Libra.
My birthday's coming up soon. Excited.
Chace's birthday.
Nice.
Very excited.
If you guys are feeling nice, you should get him a gift.
Oh, you won't.
Yeah, Venmo him $60.
You won't. You won't get me a gift.
Bet.
As if, dude. Before we jump into the show, we have to give a shout out.
Definitely.
Yes, we do.
We got to give a
we do.
shout out.
Give a shout out to Down Under. Give him a big old
gotta give-
shout out.
We got to give a special shout out to a fellow fan of the show. I think probably our only fan. Our only fans.
We have OnlyFans? Fuck yeah.
We have an
OnlyFans.
Dude, we have an OnlyFans.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's
I
an
gotta get it.
RFTW OnlyFans. It's all of us.
RFTW NSFW.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. It's free,
so-
but with $20 a month, we can provide you some premium wholesale content to fulfill your
Premium
desires. and wants.
wholesale.
I don't know. I don't know how OnlyFans works. man. Okay, what are we drinking still?
I have a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I have my last Heineken.
This is Blushing Bear Rosé from Kyle McLaughlin's winery in Walla Walla.
Is it
Nice.
Kyle McLaughlin? Is that the Kyle McLaughlin?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Sweet.
Cool.
So-
Perfect.
So, okay, well now that we have these, let's raise a toast to the beginning of the season.
Happy October.
Cheers! 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 Ding! 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 Ding!
Ding, ding.
So let's get into what we came here to do. We are
Word.
talking.
Oh, we haven't
we
given
didn't-
a
Shout out.
We haven't done our
We-
shout out to our boy down under.
Yeah,
Hold it. Our boy down under.
Special shout out to Tyler Rollinson, fan of the show, binged watch all episodes in like a day or two. Good guy,
All day.
good man.
In one day?
I don't know. I sent him the podcast, and then literally like 2 days later, he's like binged all the episodes.
From
So,
Eaten Alive to now, that's
Did he go?
You're a
Did
good
he
man.
say, "Oi, mate, love your shit" from down under?
he did say he did say mate.
Really?
So he's a
Hell
genuine.
yeah.
So here's, you want to hear a funny like kind of side story?
yeah,
So-
sure.
Lucy, stop it, you little asshole.
Good story. Love
Anyway, so I play this game online called Elite Dangerous. It's a space game. It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
good.
fun. But I joined a group that's like has an actual like spot in this 1-to-1 scale of our galaxy, and we run this area, but it happens to be that majority of the people are from Australia. And for the longest time, I was the only non-Aussie there. So,
Wow.
Hell yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool guys. I dig them.
How much Australian slang did you pick up
None.
since you started?
No, I don't
None?
play online with them a lot. I only played online with them like maybe 3 or 4 times. But they say cunt a lot. They say, "Oi, you wee cunt." rate my accent. What's his name? What's the guy's name?
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Rate my accent, Tyler. Oi, you daft cunt. Daft is more British.
You're trying.
Rated M for mature.
Look how massive my fucking hand looks, dude. Look at this.
Boy.
Look at this.
Looks like the Infinity Gauntlet.
I know. I'm not this big, I swear. That looks huge.
It's just a small
The
bottle.
camera adds 10 pounds. Everyone says that.
Get to my fucking hand?
to your hand.
I think it's just a really tiny bottle.
Yep,
I don't think
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we need to buy. We should get you a 40 of Mike's Hard next time.
We'll send one to you.
I'll piss it all out before we leave. Just for you guys. Okay, what are we talking about, Nick? Your movies.
Okay. These are my picks. I'm kicking off our month of horror movie reviews. We are doing a feature film and a short film every week of the month, and we're going in a sequence. And I'm leading off this adventure into terror.
Yes, sir.
Yep. We're talking about the 2014 short film Blue Season, and then we are talking about John Carpenter's 1980 ghost movie, The Fog. The Fog. I've actually been kind of psyched to talk about this one. You'll see why in a few moments.
Yeah, me too.
So we should start with the appetizer, naturally, with the short. Let's talk about Blue Season first, right?
Yeah. So, from what I hear, from what I picked up about, it's a 48, right?
That's right. Yeah, I thought this would give at least Victor and I a bit of a nostalgia feeling here, because from our past experience, we did three 48-hour short films, something like that.
I think so. I think about 3 or so.
Yeah. Him, me, and Ryan, as well as our friends, we've done over the years. I think three.
4. But anyway,
okay, we did
numerous. Yeah.
Okay, we did 3 horror movies and a romance film.
My fucking cat just jumped off the desk. Come here, dog. You want up? I'm sorry. He just jumped up on my desk and fell.
Cut the feed.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, in the history, we've done the 48-hour. So up here in Seattle, we have the 48-hour film challenge. We had the one
everywhere.
There's ones. Yeah, okay, yeah, but here in Seattle, we got one, and we did one in a summer. We did a romance movie, and then we did the horror movie version of it for 3 consecutive years. We made 3 films and entered them, and they screened in a movie theater in Seattle, and yeah, it was a lot of fun doing that. So, just on a random off day, I was kind of on a Daisy Ridley kick. I was just kind of looking up Star Wars stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
But anyway,
okay.
Don't read into that. Okay. Don't read into that.
Okay.
But I was looking at her filmography, and I saw she did this short film called Blue Season, and upon watching it, I found out it was a British 48-hour short film. So I thought it'd be worth talking about.
Yeah. I think this is absolutely worth talking about.
Totally. So so it's a short film. I'm not going to spend too much time recounting the plot here, but I'll just say Blue Season is about a man over the phone who guides a captured woman to safety in a time of deterioration and disorder.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
That's about right. Now, and if anyone's like me and Victor, they should know from experience 48-hour short films are not made to last. They're more
hey, hang on, Nick. I've done one too.
Okay.
You didn't include me in that. Wow. I'm just kidding. I
haven't.
I've only done one, and I was an AC, and I barely did anything. But I understand.
Well,
I didn't have any stress at all. I was like, hey, this is fucking fun. Like, haha, look at me. No stress.
That was me. That was actually me too. I just watched Victor and Ryan stress out.
Word.
It was stressful.
They seem to do that. Victor.
Yeah.
Look, he stressed himself out. His hair's gone.
Dude, this is all from the 48.
It hasn't grown back.
We call that post-traumatic stress disorder.
Post-traumatic 48-hour disorder.
And we lost Chace. I think we bored him.
No, my cat was on the table. He's being a fucking asshole today. I'm sorry.
Oh boy, that's okay. But I was saying, anyone who's done a 48-hour short film knows that the movies aren't made to last, and they aren't of the best quality. But they are there to demonstrate your technical prowess and what you can create in such a small, limited amount of time. And in that mindset, Blue Season is fairly entertaining. It would certainly be, if I saw the whole crop of movies it came with, I would venture be one of the more interesting entries.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting concept, but it's hard to rate a 48-hour film because they had especially when you've been a part of one, you know what goes into it.
Yeah, a normal short film is
48
one
hours to
thing.
do it.
A normal short film is one thing, but a 48-hour film, it's somehow even lower of a tier on the spectrum.
Yeah, I think this
But
is like
still, there is some neat stuff to admire here. But the big selling point is it's Daisy Ridley pre-Star Wars. It's one of her very early acting roles, and right off the bat, it's strange not seeing her in space opera garbs carrying a lightsaber. In a way.
Whoa.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
no.
this
What?
Really,
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't really
You're
get to
just,
show
you're
off
just
any sort
drinking
of
because you're
talent.
thirsty? Okay. Say that again, Victor. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, like, yeah, it's cool to see her, but it's not like the film really gives her much to do, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Like
but
90% of it is like her in pain.
yeah, and she sells pain really well. If the Star Wars movies have taught us anything.
Yeah.
And I mean that her character goes through pain, not the whole fiasco that's going on as of current in the headlines.
what's
But we
going on
won't talk about that.
There's a
right now.
fiasco.
Oh, there's kind of a floodgate of controversy coming out about the new Star Wars movies and the management at Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy. One of the topics of discussion is that Daisy Ridley isn't getting many acting parts after Star Wars wrapped up. I would reckon that was mostly. I would put that up to mostly the coronavirus halting every single production.
Yeah.
on
Well,
the
it's
planet.
also. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you do
That does happen.
a huge movie. Like, I mean, luckily, like people like someone who hasn't done a lot is like Emma Watson hasn't done a lot. You know.
Yeah.
Like, but
Oh,
someone like it still happens. I mean, it also could be fucked up. I definitely think it's fucked up, but I mean, it happens.
Yeah, but I say that because she's a great actress, and her co-stars are equally great, and they're going on to do amazing things. Oscar Isaac, he's got an amazing
Oh, yeah.
career. He's doing a lot of great work every which way. John Boyega is trying to carve a path for him. He's got his own production company, and he's venturing out to other filmmakers and other franchises like Catherine Bigelow and the Pacific Rim series. Even Daisy Ridley, she's just as great an actor, but unfortunately,
She's only been
she's
in, like, one film, hasn't she? Like the
No.
Yeah.
Murder on the Orient.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
she
since
was in-
since this one, since Star Wars.
Oh, there's been a couple. There was that
Yeah,
one like
ones that
fantasy
come to mind-
medieval film.
Ophelia. Yeah,
Ophelia, yeah.
yeah. Still, like she's got great potential. I know she's just starting out, but I really want her to have a good career because she deserves it. She's a quality actor.
Yeah.
Despite a controversial character she plays, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like that probably doesn't have anything to do with her not getting any roles. I think it's just like I feel like sometimes that happens
Well-
when someone's in like a huge franchise.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't get much work after.
still, Star Wars fans are so rabid. They tie an actor so closely to the character they play. It pretty much judges their whole career.
Star Wars
Look at Jake-
fans are fucking terrible, and I
Yeah.
am one of them. But I'm not a
You're
terrible.
not
I'm
one
like
of those.
I'm not one of the ones that are like who played Rose. What's her name?
Kelly Marie Tran.
They like fucking
yeah.
tore her apart, dude.
Yeah.
When her character, honestly, I didn't think it was a bad character at all.
She wasn't that bad.
And I
And
The
think
thing is, like,
also-
too, they're attacking the wrong people. Like, you
Yeah.
don't attack the fucking person that's playing
attack the
them. Like,
producers if you're gonna do
the
anything.
writer, like-
Yeah, exactly.
This is also the same fan base that cyberbullied Jake Lloyd into crime and out of the movie business. Because
That's not
because of
funny.
what he
That's
did.
not funny.
Yeah,
Who was
it's,
that?
it's not funny. Jake Lloyd, he plays Skywalker in The Phantom Menace.
Also, too, with Jar Jar Binks, the guy who played him.
Yeah.
I remember really listening to or watching this video where he describes like the bombardment of bullying and like wanting to like kill himself. It was like the fans are insane. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sad.
Basically, Star Wars fans are not nice.
Pretty
to
much.
act-
They're not normal.
They're not normal.
They're not
They're
normal.
they're like Rick and Morty fans.
Wow. Yeah, that's actually the truth.
Yeah.
They're like equal to Rick and Morty fans.
Yeah. But with that said, Daisy Ridley is a quality actress. You see it in this very early role in
Yeah,
this
definitely.
small 48 hours film fest. film festival film.
Yeah.
Film festival film. That sounds smart and intelligent.
Hey,
Good job, Nick.
48-hour film festival short. 48-hour film
There you
festival
go.
film. Yeah, whatever.
I like that.
Whatever
Okay.
works.
Yeah. So, aside from Daisy Ridley, the rest of the movie, yeah, you know. There's also the old man. What's his freaking name? Kenneth something or other? Yeah, okay. Kenneth J. Plays the old man in the movie. Talks to her on the phone. He's pretty good, too. You get a
He gets
sense.
real sweaty.
It's
Really
really
sweaty.
Like it's
There's so much sweat.
Like a lot of sweat.
If there's anything you pull from this film is that there's a lot of sweat.
A lot of sweat and
You
a
know,
lot
people
of Daisy
agree.
Ridley upside down. Isn't that right, Nick?
That's right. Yeah. You will remove these restraints and leave the cell with the door wide open.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You will keep these restraints on and close the door behind me.
Oh!
So this movie kind of has intrigue going on. She's locked in a cell. She's being guided on the phone. It's some kind of chaos-oriented world they inhabit. Evacuation zones and blue zones.
Well, possibly. I also feel like he's made this up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the character, that old man, made that whole scenario up. Because it seems like he just kidnaps girls and then pretends like he's going to save them, and then they just die, and he just goes through a list of women, like,
It does
and just
appear
does the
so.
and just does the same thing with each woman. It's like he.
What,
At the same time,
what does blue season mean? Okay, so also when he's hunting down the girls, each name, this girl's name is Susan. Each one of their name, Sarah, whatever. It's fucking. It starts with an S, and each one of their names is this is Betty, this is Lola, this is fucking what name starts with a U?
Ulysses.
Ulysses. Okay, this is Ulysses. This is Elizabeth, and then now this is this the first S or the SEAS? Whatever. Either way, they're spelling out blue season in each one of their things, and yeah.
I don't know if it has any sort of significance.
Nope.
Maybe the directors probably know what
Maybe.
the point of it is. But
Maybe they didn't have enough time to fucking think about it. Probably they're like,
Yeah,
"Fuck
no,
it. What if he's just
think of the
spelling?"
word.
Yeah, blue
Yeah.
season.
Again, that's the whole thing it comes back to. This is a 48-hour film. You have no time to think out concepts or realize storylines this deeply because you got 2 straight days to make the movie. And
Yeah.
whatever you don't get, that's it. You gotta compromise. And for what it is, it's certainly not boring. It's interesting enough during the duration. It's nothing entirely memorable, but you're not sorry you watched it,
Oh, I am.
are you?
No.
That's 6
Well-
minutes of my life I'm never fucking getting back.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Thanks a
you've
lot.
gone to the showings. There's always
I know,
those
I'm
ones.
just kidding.
There's always
Yeah.
those ones. Do you remember the one year that some guy made some weirdo Twin Peaks type film, and it came off as they didn't know what the hell Twin Peaks was?
That's what it felt. It felt like, oof, that was real cringe.
Yeah,
Not to be rude,
they
but-
looked at the title sequence, or they heard the basic premise off some guy, and he's like, okay, David Lynch made this series, and it's just really freaking weird. It takes place in this town, and then they just made a weird movie that had no rhyme or reason to it.
I would have been fine with it, but the fact that when at the very end they're like, ours is going to the Hollywood Film Festival or something, like they kind of like brag that they were taking this to like some sort of like prestigious film.
And you're like,
festival.
okay.
I'm like, okay, but they probably only said that because people were kind of giggling in the theater, so they probably were like,
Yeah, let's keep the
Well,
joke
mine's
going.
going to this one.
mine's going to Hollywood.
Mine's going to
no,
Hollywood.
it's not.
Yours is only staying
No, it's
here.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't remember an inch of sarcasm in that statement. It sounded like
I
they
know.
were completely serious.
They were real serious. I was like, okay, dude, but
I think I even
anyway.
turned to you with this, which is,
I know you laughed at it in the theater. I remember.
I was. They had an old guy naked on screen for God knows what reason.
Like
And I was
full
just trying to-
frontal?
No, it was just
Well,
like his back, I
profile,
think.
they covered his junk, but the whole time I was just praying, please don't show his
Please
junk.
don't turn around.
48
Please
Hour,
don't.
they're like, fuck it, let's film him buck-ass naked.
Yeah.
They were itching to, they're like, God, I just want to film a naked man ass. God, I just want to film some ass. Just want me to film some man ass.
That's exactly, yeah.
My
Like, oh, this is going to
God.
Hollywood. Man ass. You know?
Prestigious.
Did you say pussy?
Are they motorboating? The
Yeah, I
men?
don't know.
So if anything, for my fancy, watching this movie made me nostalgic for the 48-hour film fest. Just making films in general, because we had tons of fun making our movies years back. And whether it's making those movies or making our own movies, I just want this pandemic to end so I can get back to making movies in good comfort, that I can be within 6 feet of a guy when I'm discussing how he should act the scene, or just being on set.
Yeah.
You know, just being on freaking set.
I agree.
Yeah. Should we rate the film? I don't know what else to say about it.
I don't think ratings should apply to a short film.
I give it a 1. I'm just kidding.
Watch it, don't watch it. What would you guys say about Blue Season?
I would say watch it. Fuck it. Why not? You have six minutes.
Yeah, it's so
what are you
short.
wasting?
Why not?
Sure.
It's got a cool concept, and that's what I got out of it.
Yeah. And Daisy Ridley is a good selling point and makes it worthwhile watching.
I give it 2.5 stars.
No rating. We're not doing rate. God.
I give it 1 star because she's not naked.
That's what I was saying.
I give it extra
exactly.
stars. I give it extra stars.
Because
I
she's
give it
not
an
naked?
If she were.
Oh.
Yeah. If she
Yeah.
were, then I'd give it stars.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of fucked up, actually. Thinking about it, I'm like, oh, like, can you imagine
You
someone's
guys
like,
are gonna get us canceled.
oh, episode 1 of Game of Thrones. Oh, I'm gonna give it an extra star because fucking Emilia Clarke is naked in it.
Dude, Tyler's not gonna want to listen to our show anymore. We lost our only Australian.
Tyler, I'm sorry.
Let's get into the feature presentation. John Carpenter's The Fog. Let's
Jesus
do this-
Christ, Nick.
What? What?
You pressed the thing on your screen and it looked like you were in the fog. Your fucking face was just like white.
This is my Word. I got my Word document up.
Oh man,
Merry Christmas.
that was
This is a good-
hilarious.
Funny.
I'll see it when.
funny.
I'll
Funny,
see-
very funny.
I'll watch when it gets posted. Let me take the storyline. The Fog, 1980. It's April the 21st, and the small fishing town of Antonio Bay is gearing up to celebrate the 100th anniversary of its founding. But as the festivities are about to commence, strange supernatural events start occurring all over, after the appearance of a mysterious fog bank rolling in from the sea. Slowly, this fog produces a night of terror for a handful of people, as well as the rest of the town. John Carpenter needs no introduction, I don't think.
Well, he might for people who don't know of his movies.
Okay, well, John Carpenter, he is practically the king of cult cinema. He
Yeah,
has produced he's produced a bevy of films that did not do well for the strangest of reasons when they were released, but have since gotten massive cult followings and gone on to be regarded as some of the best movies of all time. Just
yeah.
just to rattle off some, he did the original Halloween, he did They Live, Big Trouble in Little China, and lesser known affairs like In the Mouth of Madness, Assault on Precinct 13, and also who could forget his remake of The Thing. Legendary. Amazing
Oh, yeah.
film.
He did his. It was a remake?
Yeah, there was one in 1953 called The Thing from Another World, based off the same story and produced by Howard Hawks. And Carpenter's movie was to be more.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Carpenter's movie. That's fine. Carpenter's movie from 1982 was meant to be a more faithful adaptation of the source material, and when it was released, everybody trashed the hell out of it, and it came in 4th place at the box office because they decided to release the movie when E.T. was smashed in the box office.
Oh,
So
not
yeah.
Spielberg.
Nice.
Spielberg
Bad move.
destroyed him.
Stefan Spielberg.
And that's
Actually,
gotta be,
yeah,
like, one
the-
of the best horror films, in my opinion. Like, that's
Oh,
one of my
absolutely.
favorite.
I think so.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, horror
Rock
is
hard.
horror is Carpenter's bread and butter. For all the genre work he's done, horror is where he reigns most supreme. And this movie, The Fog, is kind of underrated. Actually, yeah, it's a lot underrated. When you talk
Yeah.
Carpenter movies, it hardly gets mentioned because the other horror movies he's done are so legendary and expertly done.
Yeah.
And I feel this movie needs more recognition because I love this movie a lot. I On certain days it's one of my top favorite Carpenter movies, and on others I just love acknowledging his existence because it's a very well done film.
I gotta say, like, I was surprised by how slow this film was, because like there isn't like much action or any sort of like any
Oh.
of that like until like it's spread in like a few places throughout
The
the
last
film. But,
like 20 minutes is like,
that's when like it happens.
Yeah.
But like I think my favorite thing about this film was the atmosphere.
Yes, yes.
It's like
perfect.
it's so good. Like this very quiet seaside town that, and most of it takes place during night, right? If I remember right.
Well, yeah, the second act is pretty much is the daytime, but then when it goes to hell is the third act.
But the way
Or is
that
nighttime.
yeah, I think the pacing of the film, it being so slow, mixed in with the setting, created like such a perfect atmosphere that even though like not much was happening, I think that alongside like it was almost most of like the character stuff was them like dealing with the weird things happening around town, like the weird car alarms going off or things turning on, and them kind of like I don't know. It was like oh, and then also them dealing with sort of the aftermath of a few characters that die towards the beginning of the film because there's some
Yeah.
fishermen that go missing, and so they're kind
Oh
of all
yeah.
dealing with the loss of them. But then also like there's this fog coming in, but no one's really talking about it except a few different people, and it's such a weird, calm movie. But
That's why
yeah,
I love it because across all of John Carpenter's movies, he has a knack for creating amazing atmosphere, especially in his horror movies. And I think this movie has some of his best atmosphere, some of his best world building. Because it's
it's
like you said,
lovely.
it's this seaside town. It's very calm, easygoing for the most part before everything goes tits up. It's great. It reminds me of all the times I go visit a like a, a fishing town where we live, like
Yeah.
Edmonds or damn Kirkland or something, someplace next to water.
Kirkland. What the fuck? I'm thinking like Port
I get-
Townsend or like Port Angeles or
Or
like
CQ.
Port Gamble.
Or
Over
CQ.
on the CQ.
Kingston.
Oh, like Squim?
No, CQ. It's past Port Townsend up north.
Oh. But
It's on the other
like,
side of Puget Sound.
yeah, but Kingston area. Yeah. I would say
For you
that
watch-
way more than fucking Kirkland.
Okay, fine. It was closer, and it just came to my mind.
You're all
faster.
good. You're all good. I'm just calling you out on it, man. I'm just calling you out.
Washington State viewers will get this whole part of the conversation. Everyone else
They'll
is
also
thinking,
question your Kirkland.
Yeah, for real. They're like, are you sure you're from Washington? Like, are you sure?
I'm gonna get all kinds of messages about my location references.
Yep.
I hope they don't kill me. Exactly. No. The setting and the whole mood of the picture really does it for me. It's probably one of the most comfortable movies I've ever watched, and it's saying something because it's a horror movie. It's a ghost story. It's a ghost movie. But yeah, just all those sprawling Panavision shots of the beaches and all the docks and everything. Oh, and there's the great scene where Stevie Wayne, Adrienne Barbeau's character, is making her drive to the lighthouse DJ station, and you just see the coastline, you see the open ocean,
Yeah.
all the cliffs. When she starts walking down to the lighthouse,
Oh my
Oh, the-
god, dude, that shot, that staircase going down,
oh my god,
forget about it.
There's
Ugh.
there's this. I don't know how early you guys were on the internet, but there was like a jump scare video that was like a car driving and then it would
Oh, yeah,
drive
dude.
off and then there'd be like a face. And I was when the long shot of it like in the Green Hills area, I was like, bro, if something pops up right now, I'm gonna fucking scream.
yeah,
I got paranoid. The internet fucked me up, man.
yeah. No, Dean Kundi on cinematography detail He's a legendary camera guy, and I think honestly this is some of his finest work.
Has he done other Carpenter films or?
Oh yeah, he was Carpenter's main man for the longest time. He did Halloween, he did Big Trouble in Little China, and The Thing, as well as this movie.
Okay.
Oh, I think Escape from New York also. Escape from New York, that too. That's another very awesome Carpenter movie. Everyone should watch. Yeah, Dean Kundi. He's also done other movies: Back to the Future, Jurassic Park. The guy's been around the block. Okay. This movie has some of his best camera work, I think, just because
that's pretty good.
A lot of long takes. The setting really plays into beautiful camera work, beautiful photography, and yeah, it just looks so good. It comes together. It really comes together.
Another thing about the mood too, just to add on to that, was the radio DJ and her playing this very soothing jazz classical over like these shots of like the lighthouse and like the twilight sunset, like.
Yes.
I had to add that, but like that whole element just like
Absolutely.
so damn awesome.
It's so great.
This movie, I just want to like sleep in my bed and
have
this on my TV like, in the background.
It's
such a cozy. It's like a campfire film, dude. Like a campfire
it really is.
Story. It's
it all kicks. It perfectly summed up in the opening scene when John Houseman's character tells the story about the ship.
A story to warm us.
Exactly.
While they sit around a fucking fire.
It was a great monologue. John Houseman, he's Hollywood legend. He's Hollywood royalty apparently, and he killed that. He killed that monologue excellently. Stopwatch, the campfire glow, the kids, all eyes.
There was
on
a
him.
weird edit in that scene though. That like.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
What is that? What is that?
I think it was my DVD. I think it's my DVD because that's normally not there. So really? I have the Shout Factory 2K DVD release, and I think I got a weird copy because there's a 2-frame zoom in from one shot to the next of Houseman's character.
It's
really weird. I don't know.
So jarring.
I don't know what happened.
You didn't get that, Chace? That's not normal. Then?
No.
Okay.
He didn't watch my copy.
No, I watched the Amazon version.
I thought it was just a normal thing. I was like, what the? Who thought that was a good idea?
No, that's
okay, that's good to know.
It's my fault. I bought it from Walmart. It was $8.
Yeah, it's Walmart. But
you bought a DVD for $8?
It was a killer sale, man.
Oh, killer sale! I buy Blu-rays for $5.
Where do you get $5 Blu-rays?
Walmart.
I don't think we have we don't have the Blu-ray bin up here in Linwood anymore.
Oh,
that's out years ago.
Devastating. So when I was in
Bastards.
when I lived in Cheney last year, there's a Walmart in. If any of you guys are listening from the east side of the state, you probably know what I'm talking about. But from in between Cheney and Spokane, there's a little town called Airway Heights where the Spokane airport is like nearby, and there's a Walmart there. And they have like a fucking bin full of Blu-rays, and so that's where most of my my collection comes from.
Nice.
Is that, and then like every once in a while I'll get like a $5. Like I picked up Sicario from Best Buy a couple days ago. I've never seen it. I'm going through my Villeneuve movies. So I'm definitely gonna watch that one, and I go to Half Price Books a lot. So.
Oh, you were saying that, yeah.
And the dollar store too. The dollar store. I think Ryan can vouch for me on this one too. The dollar store's got some fire ass movies, dude.
I'm gonna have to go.
I got Dragon Ball Evolution for $1.
Oh.
The movie or the show?
The movie.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk.
Dude, that movie is terribly good.
It's just terrible, I hear.
Oh, it's fucking hilariously bad. There's this scene where Justin, I think it's Justin Chatwin, his name is.
Yeah.
He's fighting these like
high school live action one.
Yeah, high school bullies, and he like jumps and like slides with his head on top of the fucking car, but it's like not like a normal like slide. It goes and like And it makes me want to fucking cry every time I hear it. It's so funny. He's like,
Did you see the?
Screet?
Did you see? There was a re-edit. Someone re-edited that scene and put it on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not, but it's fucking hilarious.
Where it's just over and over again?
over and over again.
It's hilarious.
The clip's upside down. It's reversed.
Yeah, it's
one
so
after the
fucking,
other.
it's so funny, dude. But yeah.
The squeak is there when he's not even squeaking.
Yep. Anyway, John Carpenter.
I want to hear your thoughts on the film, Chace.
Yeah, you've been quiet.
So I liked it. I did.
Okay.
I can't. I enjoyed it. No, I can't even say that. I don't. I was so fucking bored during the entire movie.
Okay.
During the whole movie, like I was so. There was multiple storylines, and I'm like, I don't care about any of these fucking people. I don't like. Jamie Lee Curtis was the one I had the most connection for because it's Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm like, oh, I know who she is, and I'm like, okay. And Jamie Lee Curtis was kind of fucking hot back in the day. Not gonna lie.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. She's hot.
And yeah, I remember I had texted Victor, and I was like, dude, I am so bored. And I didn't want to say it in the group chat because I didn't want you to be like, "What are you talking about? This movie's great." Which don't get me wrong. I know my rating is gonna sound surprising, but again, I have to think into perspective of who the director is, all that shit, and everything like that. For me, at least. But
okay, well, don't go easy on it because of me.
Oh no, I won't go easy on it because of you. I just didn't want to tell you it at the moment.
You can be honest. I can take it. I can get through this.
I thought everything was good. The sound design was amazing. There were some sound effects in there, like when they're fighting on top of the
lighthouse.
The lighthouse, and the fucking zombie pops up, and there's like meh, meh, meh. That sound is fucking sweet, and I'm going to steal it. But
right on.
Up until like the last like 30 minutes of the movie, I was not in it. I didn't really care. I wasn't involved. Like how uninvolved I was with the movie is I had to rent it twice because the first time I'm like, I can't fucking do this. And so I didn't end up watching it. And then I had to rent it.
Half picture and you couldn't get through it?
I was so fucking bored. I have ADHD like crazy, dude.
Okay.
And so, like, of course, when all the action shit was happening, also the shot design and like the framing and stuff of the zombies, so that you can't really see their face until like the very end, was perfect. Because when I saw their faces, I was like, they look like shit. Their faces are fucking ugly, which is fine, you know. But like, it's also 1982?
80.
1980. So like, they didn't have the best like special effects at the time, like for facial makeup and shit. So like,
well, debatable because there was a lot of movies had great practical makeup around that time.
Okay. So then there's no excuse.
Well, no, they look fine. They look fine. I mean, yeah, consider it's a low budget, but still for the budget, the ghosts look pretty cool.
I like everything about the ghosts until I saw their actual faces. When they're in shadows in the fog behind them, they look menacing, and I love all their fucking hooks. I love their cool spikes and shit. Like the guy that gets spiked in the eye a couple times. That shot was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was a great
reveal
scene.
of the ghosts on the ship.
Was
the first spirit. Oh,
there's a
so
great
good.
shot. They're looking up at the fucking ship, and it's backlit. And it's just low angle.
And then like slowly they like slowly appear. Like you're like, oh, I see one, and then you're like, oh shit, there's two. Oh shit, there's five.
Yeah.
Like, and that is sweet. And I loved that.
Yeah, Buckflower walks into frame. Who is that?
Yeah. I love the conversation is like they're listening to her talk about the fog, and he's like, there's no fog bank out there, and then he looks and sees a fog bank, and he goes, there's a fog bank out there. Just fucking deadpan, exactly like that.
Well, here's the thing. I love the dialogue in this movie, and I like the characters in this movie. I like the I like the side conversations they have. It's very endearing and it feels natural. Carpenter was very much inspired by Howard Hawks. He loves his movies. His favorite filmmaker of all time. Howard Hawks' movies had a very naturalistic quality about them. For the time they were made, the actors were delivering very natural sounding dialogue and doing conveying very natural sounding conversations that didn't sound like other Hollywood films at the time. And Carpenter definitely took inspiration from that. You had all these characters setting up, talking about their lives, and just the whole dynamics between each of them were very unique. Take that boat scene, for instance. You have Buck Flowers' character. He's looking out the window for the fog, and you have the other two sailors behind them. They're just talking about they're talking about Stevie Wayne on the radio. It's like, man, I like to meet her. I thought you were happily married. Not that happy.
Like it's. I also, and I think everyone here knows this, but I'm not the biggest fan of 80s movies just because I feel like so and Nick, you're going to absolutely disagree with me on this, and I know for a fact. But so in the early stages of film, they had to show more expression because there wasn't sound. And so you'd get cases of people being very animated with what they were doing and saying, and also the frame rate wasn't as high, so you had to do, more movements so that it gets picked up easier. I don't fucking know. I pulled that out of my ass, actually. I have no idea. But I think there was a tendency from like 1940 up until like the 80s. There's like a 40-year span of just people. I actually wouldn't even say 40 because up until like I think it's the 80s only for me at least is that there's so much overacting, like in the when she's trying to yank the generator, she's like, ah, and I was like, isn't okay, like damn. And,
especially in horror films in the 80s.
Yeah, and it's just
It's the old generator.
That takes that I understand. That takes me out of it. And I think there was a lot of it. The dialogue is good. Is a lot better than a lot of other 80s movies.
Yeah.
But it's still I just guess the delivery of stuff and like how I don't know. I'm not a big fan of 1980s movies. My favorite movie of fucking all time is Blade Runner, but I think that's done exceptionally well. And
here's the thing. 1980, you can almost classify a lot of early 80s movies as 70s movies because of how early in the decade it is. The whole Reagan era sort of culture hadn't taken over. The whole knack for nostalgia and the excess hadn't taken hold yet. So you had movies that still carried the storytelling sensibilities
of the 60s.
The
70s. Yeah. Gotcha.
Like, prime example is First Blood. 1982. It's an action movie. Sylvester Stallone, the start of the Rambo character. It doesn't have a lot of what the Rambo character would go on to be. It's a character-driven action thriller with very little gunfire, explosions, even a body count of 1. Compare that to the later Rambo movies. There's gunfire everywhere, explosions left and right, body counts going into the double digits. But First Blood felt very rooted in the 70s, mostly because of the themes it tackled, but also just it was made by filmmakers that were more mature at the time than who was coming up when it was getting made. So you had a very mature, very gritty storyline about a subject matter that wasn't quite I wouldn't say in demand at the time, but it was just I don't know, something like that. The point is, there was certain movies from the early 80s at least that didn't come off as your typical 80s movie.
And I think that's what I'm getting here is I'm feeling the I'm feeling the 70s and because like even something like Star Wars, there's a lot of like overacting and like weird delivery. I mean, Star Wars is not known for its fucking dialogue for sure. So
Excuse me? Excuse me?
it's no
Mr. What's that? Toshi Station?
Toshi Station to go buy power converters. I was going on my way to Toshi Station to buy parts for my power converter. Hey, shut up, Luke. You bitch.
Not
Worst character in the series, just saying. I'm just kidding. That's not true. But no, I once this movie hit like the end of the third act, I was really into it.
Oh
and
yeah,
when they go to the church and everything like that, and they start showing up and they're fighting with the glowing cross like it's fucking The Weeknd. Like I think it's that's a deep quote for all my my R&B boys out there and girls.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd. Do you get it, Victor?
I haven't seen the music video. Is this a music video?
Yeah. There's a music video where he has a glowing pink cross. But anyway, so like I like the glowing cross and everything, and I like the fucking I was into it, and then the part that really was I was kind of like, oh god, like I got a little heartbeat going, was when she's like yelling for her kid to get out of the fog, no one can reach it. Like she's not broadcasting to the house because the fucking power went out. So
that John Carpenter, he knew how to do old school tension. That was his whole thing. He was basically retooling old tropes and sensibilities of older horror movies into a modern era, and subsequently gave birth to a modern type of horror. And this one really plays on that Hitchcockian suspense. Let's get back to the characters, actually. Carpenter has always gets pretty good casts together for his films, and this one is a really good mix of screen legends and Carpenter's regulars at the time. So we had Jamie Lee Curtis. She's up-and-comer, rising star at this point. Adrian Barbeau as Stevie Wayne, the DJ. Hal Holbrook, the Hollywood legend, as the priest. And you also had Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee Curtis's mother, playing the event coordinator or whatever.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah, Janet Leigh. She was in Psycho. Psycho was a major inspiration for Halloween.
Oh shit! She was the fucking
She's the shower lady,
right?
Still
She's
haven't
the
seen
shower
Psycho.
lady. You haven't seen? Okay, well.
You are a psycho.
Anyways, yeah, and one of my favorite actors, Tom Atkins, or one of my favorite horror actors, Tom Atkins, who plays the fisherman that picks up Curtis's character. Their intro scene, I just love. He picks her up hitchhiking in the middle of the night. She goes, "Are you weird?" "Yes, I am weird."
Yes, I am weird. Yeah, I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that. I was like, that feels like flirty and fun. I'm like, I didn't know they were about to fuck though. Dude, I was like,
that's so funny.
I was like, the 80s are fucking weird, because I'm like, okay, you don't pick up hitchhikers anymore, because who knows who's gonna have a fucking, they're like, oh, here you go. I watched Zodiac, so I'm like really thinking about like, I'm definitely not letting no old guy be like, yeah, here, let me help you fucking tighten your lug nuts.
What?
You don't remember Zodiac?
Too dangerous.
I do remember
okay.
Zodiac.
I'm skirting off a little bit.
That's fine.
Zodiac is fan-fucking-tastic. It is.
That's correct.
So fucking good.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen 7 yet. And I'm going to go ahead and watch that after I'm done here tonight.
7 is amazing.
That's what I hear. All I know is what's in the fucking box?
Yeah. Zodiac, though, is a pretty good like horror film as well.
It's
got
in a
some really
way,
good
it's a horror
horror
movie. I
elements.
wouldn't even call it a horror movie.
No, it's not.
But
But like, it's got some great horror elements, though. Like that scene where that couple's having that picnic.
Oh god!
And he comes out from behind them.
The hill
ties
comes up
them
from
up.
behind the hill.
And Zodiac.
Yeah.
Shows him the bullets in his gun. Oh god!
And just like stabs him.
Dude's a fucking idiot. He's like. He was talking shit to him the whole time. And he's like, they're going to ask, can I know if the gun's loaded? And he's like, you see, bitch? I like, I bought the book that Jake Gyllenhaal's character is writing in the in the
Oh,
movie.
nice.
Oh.
Sweet.
And so I'm really excited to read it because I'm like fucking obsessed with it now. I'm like, well, he's the guy who died is absolutely the Zodiac killer, like for sure, like
Yeah.
for sure.
Most likely.
So,
No,
but yeah,
when I watched that movie, everyone was going off crazy about serial killers at the time. I was thinking, people are fucking nuts. Just stop
Yeah.
watching the Netflix doc. And then I watched this movie. I was like, okay, they're perfectly validated. This shit's fucking creepy.
I just love how I'm a big fan of like Mark Ruffalo's spot where he's like him and his partner are like breaking down like, well, I'm not
Anthony
stupid, so
Edwards.
what I would do this, and he's
That's
like,
probably my favorite part.
that
of the movie.
scene I verbally out loud, and I'm like, that's fucking cool. That's
Yes.
fucking cool. I love
And
that.
Yeah, I also just love Anthony Edwards. He's a very underrated actor.
He looked really
was-
familiar. I've seen him in something. Was he? Oh,
plays-
bro, he was in fucking Superstar, wasn't he?
No,
Like, he's
No,
absolutely in Superstar.
he plays Goose in Top Gun.
Holy shit! I knew I
Yeah.
recognized that mustache somewhere.
He's also Dr. Mark Green on ER, which is a fantastic television
My mom
show.
was a big fan of VR.
I'm watching ER on and off right now. It's fantastic. I've great memories of it, although I didn't watch an episode. I always heard my folks and my brother watch the show from in the other room. But yeah, just oh god, it lives up to its hype.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Back to the fog.
I honestly I don't have anything else to say about it. Honestly,
I've got plenty.
no,
I've
no.
got
Feel free to go ahead. I'm just gonna let you talk. I have nothing else to say just because I wasn't really vibing with it. So
Sure.
I'm.
Yeah, I could
you've
definitely
seen other Carpenter films, right? Chace?
I've seen The Thing, and what else has he done?
Halloween.
A lot. Halloween, the original Halloween.
Yes. Escape from New York.
So I have Big Trouble in Little China, but I haven't seen it yet.
fucking watch it.
I know. But I think the only one I've seen is The Thing.
It is an 80s movie, but
It's
a
supposed to
great
be a campy 80s movie, right? It's supposed to be like
yeah,
kind of
it's
fun and actiony.
tongue-in-cheek martial arts adventure movie.
Yeah,
It's
I'm cool
great.
with that. I'm cool with that. So
Yeah. No, let me get back to the characters for a bit. I think there's two very good performances in this movie in particular. One, you got Hal Holbrook as the priest. He's at first a very easygoing guy, but then when he discovers that journal in the church, the man is just guilt-ridden. You just look at him, you're just thinking like, I'm harboring 100 years worth of lies and deception.
Because it was his brother, wasn't it?
It was his great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather, right.
Yeah, and just he looks blown away. Like he could just end his life. He feels so bad for what he discovered. He's great. It pulls it off effortlessly. Again, this guy's been around the block for a while. And then Adrian Barbeau as Stevie Wayne. For one, very hypnotic DJ voice. So alluring and seductive. Okay, there's just one example. So it's after the driftwood catches fire in her studio, and she calls back home.
That's a fucking awesome scene.
Yeah.
Great scene. So she calls back home to her son, and she tells him not to go on the beach. Don't go looking for coins. And she's so panicked and concerned, but she's doing this right before she has to go on the air. And then once she goes on the air, she just you can see she's just hiding. Yeah. She's back in business. She's hiding that fear, but she's going about it just because she has a job to do. She's the radio DJ.
Does that play into like thematically into the film? I feel like that plays something into it where it's like they're aware of these bad things happening, but they kind of have to put on a face to like, oh, everything's fine.
No, I think it's just her character because things keep happening to the people she knows, but she is way the hell out of nowhere. She can't do anything. She's just not. That does happen.
Some other characters are like that though, like the mayor. She's like, she knows what's going on. She knows there's like a fog coming in. It's dangerous. But like,
yeah, she tries to get the sheriff to call the station, but the fog cuts the phone lines, and she's unable to. So she's left to just scream her head off on the air because she knows she can get her voice out that way. Just like she's warning anybody she can, go to her house, rescue her kid. The fog is rolling in, and then she starts reporting the position of the fog when it's taking over the town, sort of thing. It's very cool. And there's this one bit she's saying her sorries to her son on the air, and she's saying, "I have to stay here. I have to warn people where this fog is going." And she takes a moment to collect herself before reporting the position. To think she does a great job in this movie, and
Yeah.
on top of being just a fine-looking woman, let's be honest.
You know what it reminded me of, this whole film?
What?
A natural disaster film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of a disaster movie. Yeah.
It kind of
In a
feels that way,
way.
especially with her in the tower. She's watching this, like, essentially this like wave come in and like sweep through the town, and like people are
Yeah.
evacuating. And it kind of has like this disaster film feel to it. That's
Kind
what I
of. And
felt.
the emphasis on the ensemble cast. You have all these different parties coming together because of this one event, sort of thing. It's pretty. I would say the low budget. I kind of wish if they had a little more money, they could show the town's reaction more to the fog.
Right.
Because I would have loved to seen the. Okay, well, it's also a story thing because the hook with the story is the ghosts are trying to get 6 kills to make up for the 6 conspirators, and as revenge for the 6 conspirators. But that doesn't leave a whole lot of options for a body count. Like, you can't just have the ghosts killing dozens of people by the masses in a big frenzy. No, it has to be more tame because they set a goal for themselves. 6 kills, that's it.
And that's why there's not much action throughout the film, because now that you bring it
Yeah,
up, they have
because
to
you have
continue
half the
6.
body count in the first act of the movie, and then and you're waiting for the last 3 kills.
Which is not like it wasn't a huge issue for me, but yeah.
No, it wasn't
then,
at all.
But then they got the 7 at the end.
No, 6.
Well, the priest.
He's
that's
the
6.
6th one.
Was he the 6th one?
Yeah, because you had
Oh.
the 3 fishermen, you had Mrs. Kobritz, and you had Dan the weatherman, and then you had the priest.
Gotcha.
I was a little confused because at the end he like thinks he's safe, right?
Yeah.
No,
And that's another-
I thought he was like, why didn't they take me? Like, I thought he was like, why me? Why didn't they take me? Why wasn't I chosen?
Is that what he said? I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said
That's
unless that's like a God, why did these people have to die? Why couldn't they have taken me? But it sounded like he wanted them to take him.
Yeah, because he was guilty. He felt guilty for what his great-grandfather did.
Yeah.
The town was built on lies.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's another thing. Carpenter's movies leave an air of ambiguity to them. There's a material storyline, but you can make up a lot of the backstory and other plot points for yourself. But you still have the core storyline that goes from point A to point B with resolution and discovery and so forth.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's kind of what's missing in a lot of horror movies now. A lot of horror movies. Let's just say, for instance, a lot of the A24 catalog, they go for a lot of ambiguity and thematic content, but the core plots, the material storylines, they're not that deep, really. Very thin plots. Like Midsummer, the night comes for us, or it comes at night, or whatever. Just, once you get past the thematic content, there's not much there as a story, as a film, going from start to finish.
I think Midsummer is a fucking mind-boggling. I would say it's an exception. I would absolutely agree with you, Nick, but I think Midsummer is an exception. Just
Sure,
because there's way deeper themes going on than just theatrics,
Sure, but
I would say.
themes
Or
themes
ambiguity? Ambiguity, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the only thing that's ambiguous about it is the ending. That's, like, the only thing. Everything else is, like, this leads to this leads to this. And honestly, I wouldn't even say the ending is that ambiguous. She's fucking happy that this shit happened.
There's also the whole Midsummer Festival. You had their Swedish friend bringing their American friends over. Do they send people out into the world to bring people to this solstice festival whenever it comes around? Do they gather as many sacrifices as they can from non-native places? Some details like that, and the whole practices of the rituals. What does it feed into?
Yeah.
Some and details like that. Kind of go without reason and without much thought put into them, just kind of merely just for shock value a lot of the time. But with Carpenter's movies, he manages to think out a story while also leaving the right things up to interpretation.
I was
and
wondering
whatever
where you were going with that. Like, are you talking about some films like Midsummer they leave out the wrong detail, or they...
Yeah, and also they don't quite nail down the core plot sort of thing. It feels, I would say, something like Midsummer I feel is more cliche than The Fog, mostly because of how far horror has come and what's expected of it. Still, Midsummer, when you take away the Solstice Festival and the toxic relationship deal and whatever.
What do you mean and whatever? That's the fucking story. That's the story. What do you mean and whatever?
Are you talking like
It's
the
still-
plot structure, like the way it's structured, or
Setup, I guess. Just it's
Sure.
still a bunch of assholes that get high and die one by one because they disrespect the shit out of their surroundings. They should know better. I don't know. But that's Midsummer's for another time. The point I'm trying to make.
I'm gonna choose fucking Midsummer for my movie. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna dedicate a whole. What was his name? Jason? Was that his name? Our Australian friend.
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler, watch on. Hang on, when's my day? I got the 16th, so watch on Monday the 19th.
You're not doing Suspiria anymore?
Fuck no, we gotta talk about Midsummer. We gotta talk about Midsummer now, and I want Ryan in on this because I want to talk about
Good job, Nick.
I want to talk about it. Midsummer was number 2 of my favorite movies of 2018.
Dude, come on! I've seen Midsummer. We should watch Suspiria.
You've seen The Fog.
That's different.
How the fuck is it different? How the fuck is it different? It's not different at all.
It's different because no one talks about The Fog and everyone talks about Midsummer.
Everyone that like film people talk, but like not normal people talk about it. I would say we're fairly normal ass people.
No, normal people don't talk about The Fog. Everyone's seen Midsummer. They overrate the shit out of it.
We're talking about Midsummer. I'm not, you've heard it. You've heard it here. You've heard it here.
Wasn't trying to crack open eggs or anything, but the point I was trying
well,
to make
cracked.
was,
I'm cracked.
You cracked the egg.
I'm not mad at you, Nick.
I know you're not.
Now I actually really want to talk about it.
Okay. Great. But the point I'm trying to make is Carpenter knows what details to leave open-ended and what not to leave open-ended, and he does a good job. But I will say, even for Carpenter, this story is kind of thin, but a lot more basic than what he normally does. Not a detriment to me, but I can see people take some issue with that in that regard. It's probably one of the reasons it's not as talked about as something like Halloween or The Thing or They Live. Shit like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the characters too, there's not much to them really, but just their dynamics and the chemistry they all have with each other and how they all come together, how they show different ends of the events. They're good. They're really nice and solid performances all around. Very likable performances.
Yeah. I will say that even though there's some moments where I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is 1980. A majority of the performances are really good.
Yeah.
Are very, very good.
Even the special effects, very minimal, but they get the job done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tricky working fog and to base a whole movie around fog.
Mm-hmm.
That takes some
I'm assuming they made a miniature scale of the city, yeah?
Here's what they
or
did.
Of the
Here's
town?
what they did. Well, no, they had for the town stuff, they had giant wind machines and big fog machines and they
Oh
blew
wow.
out. They had to try
That's impressive.
They had to do so many takes just to get the right kind of fog cloud brewing up, and the slightest breeze would just mess it all up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the impressive stuff is there are miniatures, but they're utilized interesting ways. So what they did, they got the big wide shots of certain things. Let's say Stevie Wayne's house.
Uh-huh.
You have the big wide shot of Stevie's house, and then you go into post. You make a miniature black outline of the house of where the edges are of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you blow fog over it and roll the take, and then you overlay pieces of footage over it so it looks like the fog is going over the actual house. So it's pretty clever stuff there. And the ghost makeup looks great. The use of lighting and all the breakaway props and stuff, that all looks really good.
I do really like how I think I like the beginning. The beginning I enjoy and the end I enjoy. The middle part I was like, meh, I don't care. But like the shit when they're like everything's just fucking turning on It's super cool. Like when the
It's
chair,
really good.
this lady's like, "Oh god, the car alarm's going off," and she turns
Yeah.
and her TV's on, and the chair just goes, "Skirt," and she's like, "What the fuck?" And then it just
Yeah.
changes the scene. Like she's like, like I love
Yeah.
that. I love
What I
that.
like too is that like that setup. It's like what I said before. It's really quiet.
Yeah.
And these weird things are happening. But one really small detail. But the credits go on for a really long time. Those opening
Yes.
credits. I don't know
I-
why, but I really liked that.
I like the
It's,
broken up
so
title sequence.
Nothing, but like I don't know.
And
Really
maybe
I like it
It
too.
rolls in slowly like fog.
You could say so.
Yeah.
You
I
could
guess
say.
you could say it rolled in like fog.
Wow.
Is that your
Holy
A24 hat?
shit,
It is my
dude.
A24 hat.
Yo, you need to flip that around, boy. We got the film. We got the film guy here.
The
man.
film guy.
And let me just
He is
talk
the-
about Midsummer. I just want.
That's not going anytime soon.
Oh man,
But anyways-
I'm actually gonna embroider some flowers into this.
Hell yeah.
Boy, oh boy. But yeah, the broken up
like
title sequence, the whole mood of the picture. We can't go another minute without talking about John Carpenter's score, the
Hell yeah.
music, the picture.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite of his scores. It just adds so much to that atmosphere, the melodies, all the different cues that pop up. And because he has a bigger budget compared to what he did before, there's a lot more variety in the music. If you look back at Precinct 13 or the original Halloween, great scores, but it's mostly 6 or so tracks repeated over the course of the film, but they're still really good. The Fog, though, there's a lot of variety in it. Every scene mostly has a dedicated cue to it, and it sounds so good, very creepy and very menacing. I love it. If I can get it on vinyl, I would. I would just play it day in, day out.
You're gonna be like all the fucking time.
Exactly. And we're getting a lot of foggy mornings lately. Let's hope
Yeah, this morning was actually kind of foggy. It was kind of
Yeah, it was.
nice.
pretty foggy.
Kind of foggy.
Some of it- Some haze, but there's some fog in there.
Yeah.
Was there another fire? Was there another fire somewhere? I didn't know. I didn't
I think
check.
we're just getting more from Canada and from California.
That makes sense.
Because I know it was like
Yeah.
we were supposed to get some. When did we got some on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
think
It was
so.
supposed to come in on Wednesday. So that's what
Yeah.
yeah.
Sun was looking real red at one of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was wild.
I got a cool video of the moon with
That was
Yeah,
good.
saw
That was
it.
really good.
yeah.
On the Black Magic Pocket.
I did. I got it on the black one. I have a fuck, what is this lens? I think it's like a 75 to like oh no, it's like an 80 to like a 210.
Oh.
And then so
yeah.
since
Oh,
I have
photo.
a cropped sensor,
Oh, yeah.
it doubles it. So essentially I have it's like a 420. Right? Fucking blaze it, right?
Loose, bro.
But yeah, it turned out really cool. It turned out
Was that a time lapse then, or?
so I don't know if the Blackmagic has a time lapse feature, but I just filmed it and then I just re-ramped it by like 9,000%.
How
and
long
then-
was that video? Like, how long was that?
It was like 20 something minutes,
Oh, okay.
and then I made it down to like 18 seconds.
Right.
Turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I like
of
that.
course I had to adjust some shit because since I had to, I mean it's dark, so I had to open my aperture up pretty wide. So
Yeah,
I was getting some grain. So I
It's very
just
clean looking.
I managed to actually just drop down or bump the contrast, and then it pretty much
Yeah.
made everything black in the background.
Oh yeah.
And so of course I added a
a
little bit of color because I wanted it looked pale, and I wanted it to look like it actually did, and so it's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's pretty
It's a
fucking good.
beautiful shot, dude.
Thank you, appreciate it, guys.
That camera's amazing. My
It's
buddies
awesome.
my buddies and I use that camera to shoot our action movies on, and it's so incredible.
It's great. It's great. There's no rolling shutter either. I've noticed, or at
Oh,
least
nice.
not a lot.
Really?
I mean, there's less than my Panasonic camera, but yeah, I saw in the shot that you sent me, Nick, of where you're panning from one guy to the other. There's no like warping. I mean, there's
Yeah,
a little
that's-
bit of warping, but there's not a lot.
That is Ryan's Sony GH5, I think.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. Absolutely.
Beautiful camera, and it
Yeah.
has that monochrome feature built into it. That wasn't post work. We shot that in black and white. It looks fantastic.
Did he set it to black and white on his camera?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
cool.
monochrome setting,
Cool.
and that's the look I wanted.
Nice.
So yeah, a couple trivia facts about The Fog here. So this movie was made as a 2-picture deal with John Carpenter and Avco Embassy, the producing company with it. He made this movie, and he got to make Escape from New York with it. A lot of the characters' names are named after filmmakers, specifically ones John Carpenter knew. Tom Atkins' character, his name is Nick Castle, who was the actor that played Michael Myers in Halloween. And Buck Flowers' character, one of the sailors, his name was Tommy Lee Wallace, who was his go-to editor and production designer. Also, Charles Cypher's character, the weatherman, his name was Dan O'Bannon. He was the writer of Alien and the director of Return of the Living Dead. So there's a lot of neat Easter eggs. There's a couple neat Easter eggs in there. Oh yeah, also the store clerk in the beginning who takes the orange juice from the rack.
Yeah, and he puts it back on. Like, what a fucking
Bastard.
douchebag, dude. I hope he
one of
got
those stores
fucking
fucked.
killed.
They couldn't. They had their 6th. They got
That
their
deserves
6th.
death.
Oh, or actually, no. Kind of a theory that I just started thinking about lately. So like,
Oh, it's
They
your,
got their
it's your
6th.
theory?
yeah, my theory.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else has thought this, but so the town is now haunted by these dead sailors. They got their 6th this year. I like to think the town is forever cursed, and they'll take 6 people every so often because curse. I like to think that every
Wasn't
subsequent
it every
year they'll
so
take.
years? It was
No,
a certain amount of
just-
years?
No, well, so this whole thing happens on the 100th anniversary of the town, and they want 6 people killed as tribute for the 6 conspirators that shipwrecked them. So I like to think they got their 6 on this night, the night of the movie's storyline, and then after the credits roll, I like to think the story goes that the town now knows this fog has malicious intent. It comes for them. And every so year, they're gonna be the ghosts are gonna be looking for 6 tributes, 6 sacrifices.
So, do you think that they just are like, all right, who's the fucking town drunk? Let's send his ass out there. We don't need him. Or
I
like,
don't know because
who's got the gimp leg or some shit? You know,
you never know because they found the gold cross in the church. It's the melted down gold that the conspirators took
from the doubloons.
from the doubloons.
Yeah.
And even when Father Malone gives it back, they still come back and kill him as the final 6th kill. So not even that will stop them. It's not the gold that they matter so much. It's just pure revenge. The ghosts just want revenge.
I like how they kind of left it with, like, oh shit, they're leaving before they got their 6th sacrifice. Holy shit! And then at the end, it's like, nope, fucking fuck the priest. Like, get
Dude,
his
that
ass.
shot when
Yeah.
you see him with his scythe come up and his red glowing eyes.
The sword,
just-
yeah.
That's such a good shot.
I
Oh,
love
that was
it.
so good. 'Cause
Again,
you see
this
some
movie has-
detail in the face.
Yeah, I
but,
like the little, like just the little bit of sword coming out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look at the sword, bitch. You know.
Yeah. I just like Holbrook's look as an old elderly priest. He just got a great look to him, and him just squaring off with the ghosts with that giant gold cross he's hugging. Just it's a cool look. It feels like a retro Hammer Studios-esque old gothic horror look to it. I just love it. I just love it so much.
I wanna note one. I wanna say something now that I'm realizing it. I don't want to talk about Midsummer. I think I'm gonna do. I'm actually either gonna do Suspiria or I'm gonna do the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Oh,
Oh, dude. Okay.
So
we
Either
should do
would be really
Caligari,
good.
man.
but I haven't seen. I've seen Caligari, but I haven't seen Suspiria.
Well, I haven't seen Caligari.
Well,
Both would be good choices, Chase.
Either one would be great.
thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think I could gush about The Fog for a week, maybe a month, because I love
This
it
is-
so much.
This is definitely a film I want to own.
I
and,
feel like
watch and not.
yeah,
I
you
want
in
to.
particular,
I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
you in particular, Victor, because as long as I've known you, your Carpenter taste has been kind of. I don't think you've been kind of sold on it. I mean, you.
Oh no.
You thought
I
well, okay.
continue.
just-
Continue.
Look,
Yeah.
just from retaining memory here, you thought Precinct 13 was meh. You thought Halloween was great, but not amazing.
I thought it was
you
okay.
lo- You loved The Thing, and you enjoyed They Live.
Since last year I viewed Mouth of Madness, which I thought was great,
Okay. Got it.
and Prince of Darkness, which I thought was pretty good. I thought that was good.
Yes.
But and then They Live, like I thought that was wonderful. So like most of his filmography that I've seen so far, I like really enjoy.
Okay.
But like for some reason, Halloween, I was just like, maybe just because it's earlier, bit of an earlier film, right?
Maybe.
I don't know, but I think overall I do enjoy his work. So
Okay. Well, I figured The Fog, it might have pertained to your.
no, I do
taste
like this
little
movie a
bit.
lot. I like it a lot.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for because it's more chill. It goes hard for the atmosphere more.
I like
There's
the
not-
thing. I liked the thing a lot.
Okay. Yeah. There.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I was just saying, Victor and I, we've known each other quite a while, and I'm just getting to know
We go back.
his end of movie liking spectrum.
Yeah.
I'm still working on Buster.
My movie liking spectrum
Yeah.
is definitely a spectrum. It changes. It changes, man.
Sure.
I usually have to watch movies twice to really fully think about them or like fully process them. So like whenever I go see a movie in the theaters, I will go see it twice. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna cost me $20 to go see it now, or like not 20 because I used to work in a movie theater, so I'm like, okay, this will cost me one ticket, and then I'll go next week and go see it again. So
Yeah. God, I miss going multiple times to a movie.
yeah,
I used to.
I miss going to a fucking movie. Shut up, Victor.
too.
Shut up, Victor. Don't even say anything. You went to a movie, you asshole.
All right. Well, that was just the one time. I'm not gonna go again.
Yeah,
until
good. It's irresponsible.
Press
I know.
X to doubt.
Yeah.
Doubt what?
Detective Cole Phelps on the scene.
What is he here for?
He's here to question your litigation and credibility in that statement.
Yeah, I want
Yeah, I
to watch this again. I would love to watch it again. I think
It is different. Above all, it is different than the shit we're getting nowadays. When you look at something, either the trashiest of Blumhouse or the artsiest from A24, and all in between,
the
Carpenter's
trashies of Blumhouse.
yeah, like the trash movies Blumhouse puts out. They put out great movies, but
like-
they also put out really terrible shit like Truth or Dare or Fantasy Island.
Truth or Dare was kind of fucking good.
No,
I kind
it
of wanted to
wasn't.
see it, to be honest.
Oh no! I'm
awful.
thinking of Would You Rather. I'm thinking of Would You Rather.
I don't even like
one
that.
was
movie.
that?
That was ridiculous.
Would You Rather is the one with fucking
Jeffrey
God.
Combs,
and
Brittany Snow.
Brittany Snow. Yeah, so and it's pretty good. I liked it, but
I don't know. I couldn't buy into it. It was ridiculous.
I was gonna say Blumhouse also brought Get Out as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No,
And
that's
also
what I'm saying.
Us, which is fucking. They're both fan. I mean, it's also that's Jordan Peele though. So like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They bring out really amazing films, but they're also a factory. They bring out shit like The Gallows, Sinister 2, fucking the Purge movies that aren't Purge Anarchy, and even Purge Anarchy is pushing it a bit.
I don't. The Purge movies are stupid.
Well, I like the Purge Anarchy because Frank Grillo and they're in the city. They shoot. There's a lot more going on. But anyway, regardless, what I'm trying to say is Carpenter's films. It's a different brand of horror. The horror back then is way different than it is now. It doesn't go for gore. It doesn't rely on stupid tropes. It's not about teenagers trying to get wasted and screw each other on a paid vacation. It's straight.
Wait, that's
to the
what
point.
all. That's what. Hang on, Nick. You're contradicting yourself because Friday the 13th is literally about teenagers at camp fucking each other and being killed by Jason.
No. I'm saying Carpenter's brand of horror.
Okay. I was gonna say. I was like, wait. The 1980s. That's all it was about. Was teenagers having sex and then getting killed with machetes and shit.
Well, even the gore focused schlock like Friday the 13th, that's different. That's a different type of horror than what we get now.
Or
Nowadays,
even like the original Texas Chainsaw too, which
yeah,
the
what it
original
is-
Texas Chainsaw is my favorite horror movie.
I was thinking about doing that for my episode, possibly, because I haven't seen
Okay,
it.
I own it,
It's-
so if you wanna borrow it, let me know. I
Yeah,
got the
Ryan's
director's
got it.
edition on Blu-ray.
Woo! We'll see.
Wait,
We'll
what-
see.
Basically, the point is what I'm trying to say is Carpenter doesn't go all in for gore and stupidness. He goes for the old school suspense that drove classic chillers of his youth and others of his generation.
In most of his movies.
In most of his movies.
Yeah.
So that's someone like you, Chace, not proficient in horror movies, has
No.
requires a lot of moving parts to keep your attention.
Yeah.
And
My dumb
so
fucking
on.
stupid gooey brain.
Gooey
a faster
goblin
pace,
brain.
stuff like that.
Gooey
People like you are
goblin gamer brain.
You got it.
gamer brain, yeah.
Oh man.
It doesn't.
Real ones know.
Carpenter's horror doesn't register quite the same for the most casual of modern moviegoers. I mean, not saying you're part of that group, but
No, I'm definitely a casual horror moviegoer. I don't like horror movies. Like straight up.
yeah. But that's my point. It's just different. It's just different. It was made in a different era, and
Yeah.
it requires a different state of mind when watching it. You're not gonna get cheap PG-13 deaths, jump scares on the constant.
I do.
and
annoying
young actors. No, you're gonna get long stretches of nothing that eventually builds up to like a tightening guitar string to something off the wall and chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
for the scope of the picture.
I think that the current age of jump scare horror films are on their way out.
They better be.
Because I mean, other than like something that's like the first Insidious movie is fantastic, but it's now overstayed its fucking welcome. It's like we don't care anymore. No, at least I normal people who are like, maybe I'll watch a scary movie if it's really fucking good and it's terrifying and it's also like well performed. And The Conjuring is one of those movies where I'm like, this is fantastic. And I just, everything else, like, Annabelle, Insidious 3, Insidious 17, like, I don't give a fuck anymore. A lot of people don't care anymore.
Well, funny you mention those two movies because James Wan is an actual good director.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree. But I think that he's driving his franchise into the ground. He's beating the dead horse, but he's not going to stop beating the dead horse until it stops spitting out money.
Well, he's not directing those later installments. He produces them. He's off doing Aquaman movies now,
which was pretty good.
I liked Aquaman.
I liked Aquaman. It was actually kind of fun.
It was.
He also got that also highlights. You also got a certain amount of modern filmmakers that know how to produce quality horror content or genre content. Look at Lee Whannell, what he did with Upgrade and the reboot of The Invisible Man. Incredible work.
I haven't seen that yet.
That's good.
The Invisible Man or Upgrade. I haven't seen either of them yet.
See them both.
Upgrade's on Netflix, right? Pretty sure. It's on something. I saw it streaming somewhere.
Find it, watch it,
I think Prime.
Love it.
Prime. But I haven't seen The Invisible Man. I've been wanting to.
I love The Invisible Man.
Is it terrifying? Is it really scary?
It's so scary, dude.
Fuck
Some good scares.
It's pretty thrilling. It's a movie where the dead space of the frame is scary.
Because you never know what's in there.
You never know what's in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's
I like
great.
that. That's spooky. A lot of spook vibes. Spooktober. Hey,
maybe.
Spookies.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I got pretty much all of my gush for The Fog out. You guys have anything left to say? I know Chace doesn't. You have anything left to say, Victor?
I will say that talking about the movie makes me enjoy it more. Mm-hmm. Again, I do want to watch it again, so I'm not giving it. I'm in my rating. You'll understand my rating.
Sure, yeah.
So
yeah. So on that note, let's let the ratings fly and let's lock up this puppy.
Start us off.
Me, I'll give this a solid 4. A solid 4. I'm part of the crowd that thinks really highly of this movie in regards to the other Carpenter classics. It may not have the deepest characters, and it may not have the most intricate storyline, but the atmosphere is on point. It's a beautiful looking movie. Camera work is great. Special effects do their job well, and it's got a really likable cast. that play off each other wonderfully. It's a great to the point ghost story that doesn't bullshit around. It knows what to do in regards to building tension and suspense while leaving something up for interpretation.
I think I'm gonna go with the. I think I'm gonna go with the 4 as well. Honestly, I was really digging this film.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's something about his movies where it's like, I don't always love them, but like, damn, you just can't deny some of that skill going in. But like, I think first and foremost, the atmosphere here is right on point. It's a great ghost story. Like, the ghosts themselves are very insidious and creepy. Like, just seeing their silhouettes in that reveal scene and seeing that ship come through, like, loved it. And yeah, like, while there's not like much that happens, it still manages to keep me really invested and like loving it. So yeah. Very
I like
good.
I like what you said earlier. Like, Carpenter's movies, for some people, or Carpenter's movies have something about them that just keep you engaged. Even his worst movies can be
I
really great.
I would agree with that as well. I'm not a big fan of this movie, but I can tell that this director is something fucking special.
I feel like it's because like his like the concept is always different. Like with They Live, you have these glasses that will show you like
such a
what's
fucking
really going
weird
on.
premise, dude.
You have the thing with like this like who done it, like who's the bad guy, and then like this movie, you have this mysterious fog. You have these concepts are really solid. Like they're really good.
Really are.
Yeah.
So I think that really helps for sure.
I'm gonna give it a 3. And I'm giving it a 3 because that's as medium as I could go. 2.5 felt too low, and 3.5 felt too high for me. The middle of the second act, I was completely lost. Because nothing really happens. It's just the characters talking, and I'm not a big talkier movie guy. Like Linklater movies, I can't fucking stand. And I know I was gonna say I'm like a Victor. Guy. I'm like those are Victor's favorites. I bet Boyhood's like top 10 for you, huh?
Oh yeah,
yeah, exactly, exactly. I think Boyhood is fucking terrible.
What about the School of Rock though?
School of Rock is an exception. I love School of Rock. School of Rock is very good.
Have you seen School of Rock, Victor?
It's been like 20 years.
You're gonna borrow it. You're gonna borrow it from me.
It's really good. I watched it last year, and I'm like, God, this is still fucking great. Jack Black, when he was like before, he was like essentially Jack Black. Like, it was great. It was Jack Black, I would say, in his prime.
It's prime Jack Black. Yeah. It's the best Jack Black.
Yeah. But, yeah,
but anyways,
I'm giving it a 3 because the second act lost me. The first act, so much. I like the subtleness of it in the beginning when the fog first shows up and all the weird shit's happening. And the town is kind of reacting to it. I think that was super cool. I wanted to see more of that. And then of course that openings, the scene with them showing up, is a fucking gorgeous scene. Them taking them down one by one is super cool. I do think that they're a little. I think they could have done with a little more sound effects, like a little bit of like a more of like a crunchier, gooier sound effect, if you know what I mean. Like just a little bit. Like I'm not. It doesn't ruin it for me, but I'm like, okay, this could have been louder, you know.
The kills. Or...
The kills like the stab sounds are just a little, like which honestly that's probably what a fucking stab would sound like. But I'm thinking like like you know fucking
from the movies.
Yeah, you gotta exaggerate it a little bit.
So but and then the third act I was glued. I was like, this is sweet. I'm liking everything that's going down. I enjoyed it, but that second act is just so long and daunting for me that I just couldn't look past it. But I do want to give this another shot. This isn't a 3 stars, never watch it again. This is a 3 stars. Maybe I watch it when I am intoxicated. So maybe I'll like it better then. That's fine. It might be, but I do agree. This does seem like a movie where it's like it's a rainy day. Maybe you're sick, your tummy hurts. Like, I want a bowl of chicken noodle soup and some crackers and watch The Fog. Like,
dude, this movie makes me want to be sick. Like, I
I
want to
know.
go get a cold right now.
I know. I'm like sit outside, put my face in the freezer, and I'm like, please. You know. But yeah. So I give it I give it 3 broken generators out of 5.
Sweet.
Cool.
Me it's 4 sexy lady DJs out of 5.
4 sexy lady DJs.
I give it 4 meat hooks.
4 meat hooks. Yeah.
You know what's interesting? The gore scenes were added after the first rough cut was made.
Oh wow.
Carpenter didn't like how the movie was shaping up in the first rough cuts, so he went and added some stuff. The gory kills were one thing, and also the opening monologue was it. He needed someone to set the stage, so he added the monologue.
I like it. I think it works.
It really does.
Yeah. I think it ties it together.
Yeah, honestly, kills or not, I also enjoy just watching the movie. I could just watch a whole movie of Charles Cyphers trying to pick up Adrienne Barbeau over the phone. It's just so funny and entertaining.
Yeah,
it's that kind of movie. It's comforting. It's comfort food cinema. And honestly, it's really relatable for me. Anytime I feel like I want to write a horror movie, I always go back to this one because the imagery of the docks and the Bayside towns area, it reminds me all the times I go to Edmonds or the vacations I took to CQ. It's just that vibe it projects. Like thinking, I live right next to that, and I could just write out something that takes place in that and echo the feeling of this.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, we should take a trip to Anacortes at night.
Let's do it.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Because that town gives me a pretty, like, geography-wise, it looks a little different.
Anacortes is fucking creepy. But I think you guys have driven to Port Townsend or Port Angeles?
No, I don't think so.
So
I've driven through it. I drove through it to get to CQ.
Okay, so when you get off, do you take the Edmonds ferry? Or do you take the Mukilteo?
I think we take Mukilteo because there's a long white road we have to walk. I remember.
Okay, so in at least from where I go from to go, my grandma lives in Port Townsend, or like really like 20 minutes out of Port Townsend, and so we have to take the Edmonds ferry. But there's this little town right after Kingston called Port Gamble, and it's a little logging town. It's so fucking creepy because there's no one there. It's like it's a fake town. It's weird. You never see Port Gamble. You never see anyone outside of their houses. All the houses look exactly the same except for color. There's like a brewery, which you don't see anyone in. There's a church that no one's ever in. Like, I've driven past on a Sunday fucking morning, and there's no one at this church. And I was like, I'm like, there's no way this is a real place. There's no way that this is a real place. And so, like, if I was to shoot a horror film, I would love to shoot it at Port Gamble. But I don't know if I don't think I want to shoot a horror film because I'm not a big horror fan. So it would be like someone would be like, oh yeah, I like, fuck it, I'll try it, and then it ends up being shit. Or watch it end up being great, and I'm like now a horror director. Fuck, dude, that would suck.
It could happen.
That
would suck.
All the greats have broken the mold. They've branched out. Carpenter branched out. Sam Raimi branched out.
I want to do sci-fi. There
you go. John Carpenter did sci-fi.
Yeah.
There is hope for you yet. If you do horror.
I don't want to do horror. I'm gonna be honest.
Do it.
I do want to do one. I do at least want to do one. I want to do a fucking slasher film.
Yeah, I was gonna say Washington's film community is pretty horror centric. Every filmmaker I've talked to works on horror movies at some point. So,
I would love to work on one. I bet that would be super fun. Yes. You gotta get really creative and like fake blood and guts and stuff. Would be so fun to work with.
I got a zombie movie written of that's just waiting to get produced.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I-
I do actually want Victor for the short film that I'm writing right now.
Huh?
Huh? I do. I want you
Okay.
to. There's this guy. Have you read my script yet?
No, I have not yet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because none of you guys are my fucking friends apparently. So Ryan's read it. Ryan's already given me feedback.
I didn't know it was in the Google Drive, bro.
I'm just kidding.
Give
I'm
me
just
some
I'm just
slack.
fucking with you. But anyway, there's
you
this
better
character.
fuck with me.
There's this alien character named Edgar, and he's just blue. He's just a blue guy, and he just eats a jar of mayonnaise.
Wonderful.
And I'm not gonna make you eat mayonnaise, but
Good.
I would clean it and make you eat, like, I would fill it with like fucking
Like cream or
like
something.
vanilla yogurt or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like,
Oh, I'd be your guy to eat the vanilla. Oh yeah, I'd be your guy.
That's
Any
what I'm
eating
saying.
Scene, I'm your guy.
yeah, eating anything, like, yeah. But so essentially, you're just like eating it. Like,
Okay.
So
I like it.
yeah,
I'm there.
I'm starting to. I went with a. We should wrap up first, and then I'll
Yeah.
explain more.
Okay, yeah. Do we have any questions? Did anyone?
We have one question.
We have one question.
One question. This is from Jordan,
Okay.
Jordan.
my sister Jordan.
Jordan
Yeah.
Belfort. Oh, your sister. Is this Jordan Martin?
Jordan Ainsley.
Jordan.
Or, sorry,
Ainsley.
Jordan Mossman
Moosman.
now. Jordan
Mossman.
Mossman.
Oh, she got married.
She got married. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Jordan. Congratulations.
Love it.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So she asks, if you can own any prop from the film, what would it be?
From the movie we watched?
I think so. I think that's what she was going for. Yeah.
Oh boy. Either the Golden Cross or the Journal.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
She said prop, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's rich.
I don't know. I don't.
Well, if
fucking
we're going
know.
off of that, I would say Adrienne Barbeau easily.
You and this Adrian.
1980 Adrienne Barbeau. She's a babe, bro. You ever see Swamp Thing?
She's a babe.
You ever see Swamp Thing?
Nope.
No. She in
It clearly shows. Go watch Swamp Thing.
It shows.
I mean, I'm not denying she's hot, but like, I'm not
You're
like
on a- yeah.
she's no Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, I'd take Jamie Lee Curtis now.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, yeah. No. Yeah. And realistically, Jamie Lee aged better than Adrienne, but that's just because genetics.
Well, yeah. Well, that's just because, like, you know, genetics. But,
No. Yeah. Jamie Lee even now is pretty great, but 1980 Adrienne Barbeau.
okay, but what actual prop would you take?
I said the cross or the journal.
The cross. I literally can't think of anything I would take. Maybe the fucking the board that catches on fire.
Oh,
That's what I
Oh,
was
you
gonna
know what
get.
I would
That-
take? I would take the fucking orange juice that man's drink. I would take that orange juice.
what?
Tastes
You wouldn't
me
even
thirsty.
you wouldn't drink it. You just put it in a.
No, I'd drink it.
Cryo-free
No,
or
I'd drink
something?
it. I'd drink it.
Okay.
I'd drink
Good.
it.
got-
I would take the DJ's microphone. It was a nice mic.
It was a
Yeah.
Or
great
the Golden Cross. Or yeah, it's very nice looking. Or the Golden
good-
Cross.
Golden
I liked
Crosses
her whole
would be
setup.
sweet.
I liked her setup. I would love DJing would be pretty cool. I
In a lighthouse too.
Yeah.
In a lighthouse.
I've been
That's
thinking.
a mood and a half.
I've
dude.
been thinking about starting a pirate radio station. I mean, no, I haven't.
haven't.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Shh.
Yeah, I got this ham radio here that's not being used at all.
I can do it to all the fucking truck drivers.
Yeah.
I was looking at that at one point.
Yeah,
I
me
think it's
too.
kind
I
of
was-
a pain in the ass to set up, but I think you should look into it.
I was
I'm-
looking to
I'm
buying a radio
interested.
too. Right, Victor, I was looking to buying a radio too. If we both got radio sets and got frequencies, if we took a frequency for ourselves, we would need to use the cell phone. It'd be perfect.
We did our own like late night chat, like the three
Yeah.
of us. That'd be sick. Dude.
This is Alpha Hawk calling for McCann Man over. Like,
This is McCann Man. Go ahead, Alpha Hawk. Over.
yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be Alpha
I'd be-
Hawk. I'd be Young
I-
Asthma or Chasey Coon.
Why wouldn't you be Jim Orbit or whatever?
Jim Orbit? Who the fuck is that?
We were just talking about Jim Orbit. Jack Quasar. Whatever the fuck. Your character from your movie.
Oh, fucking Jack Proto.
Yeah, be Jack Proto.
Nah, Jack Proto is a Jack Pro. He's gonna be in this in my. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. So thank you for the question, Jordan.
Yep,
Yeah,
thank
congrats on getting fucking married. That's tight.
She's been married for a year.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck, Victor? Why didn't you? You didn't tell me
What?
this earlier. Congrats getting married a fucking year ago. Like.
It was like September. I guess that. Yeah, that's a year.
Yeah, it's more than a year. Congrats. Are they having a baby
Whoops.
yet?
No.
Is she expecting? Because that would be dope. I could be
No.
unless I just spoiled it, and it's like actually, like change
Well,
the color to pink if it's a boy. I mean girl, and like I got my remote. I'm like, oh, the
Hey,
spoiler.
I'm sure plans. Who knows? Who knows
cool.
what the future holds?
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna. I don't want it in your fucking business. I don't want it in your business.
Whatever the future holds for Jordan and husband, we wish you the best of luck. And we thank you for your question above all.
Shout out Jordan Aaron Mossman.
Shout out. Shout her out.
Shout out Chief Keef.
Shout out.
People keep on saying Chief Keef ain't dope. Chief Keef ain't this. Chief Keef, like, shut the fuck up.
To my wife and all my sweethearts. May they never
Chief
meet.
Keef ain't this. Chief Keef ain't that.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
seriously. Well,
I think
let's see.
that's the episode.
Next week we have a special guest who's not been on the show before. Is that correct?
Yes, that is
Right?
correct. She has submitted suggestions for us, but we have her now to guest star on the program.
And
Cool.
she's bringing us a couple films, right?
Yeah, she may bring us a film, may not be a short film. One of us might just pick up something, but I don't know. We'll wait and see, but she's got something for us. I
Cool.
imagine.
What do we know what it is?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, it's in a week.
What?
It's a surprise.
Anyway,
Well, she better hurry it up.
thanks for watching. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, hold on,
No,
hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Thank you for watching. Follow us at respected sites. Victor, what are they?
All right, we got Apple Podcasts. If you're on there, make sure you leave a little review, a little nice review there. That would be great.
Tell us what you think of our show. Tell us that you hate us. Tell us that.
Yeah, if you're on
Negative
there,
press is still press.
if you're on there, it'd be cool if you could leave us a review.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify, Google,
something.
Amazon, whatever, and then we're on
Share us
Instagram.
around. If
Yeah,
we're
we're
getting
on-
recognized in Australia, it must mean we're doing something right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I would say. And then we're on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, Reviews from the West. So make sure you're following us. Send us questions, whatever.
Please.
Send us fan art if you want to do fan art. No one's gonna do it, but send us fan art. if you
I'll
want.
do fan art.
What is there to fan art?
They could
honestly?
draw us. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or they could draw you hating women.
And they could draw you hating 80s movies.
That would be pretty fucking hard to draw, but yeah.
No, it's like instead of a book burning, it's just a stack of VHS tapes with Breakfast Club. And,
I love Breakfast Club.
And Godzilla versus Biollante. And
I haven't
Tango
seen
and
that, so I
Cash.
don't know. I have all of them.
They're 80s movies by
Well,
proxy. You
Yeah,
gotta
but it's a
hate 'em.
monster movie. It's different, and it's a Japanese monster movie too.
Okay, fine. Maybe we'll do I would love to do Godzilla movies.
Shin Godzilla would be fucking tight. Have you seen it yet, Victor?
Oh yeah,
Oh God, so good.
it's great.
Me and Ryan saw it the 1 week it was in the U.S.
Oh, I got it for in my $5 bin. It was there for $5.
Damn.
I know.
There you
I was
go.
pumped. I only need one more Godzilla movie, and then I have all of them.
Oh, wow.
I don't have what, King of Monsters? Is that the newest one?
Yes.
I don't
King of
have
the
that.
Monsters.
I don't have that one. I have 2014's Godzilla, which is fucking great.
It's dope.
I love that one.
But then
Fantastic.
I have that book. I have the thing that Ryan has.
Yeah. Oh, the Criterion Showa
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah, I got that for Christmas.
Victor and Ryan got that shit for me for Christmas.
Nice.
You guys are crazy, but I love it.
Yeah, good friends. Good friends.
Good fucking friends. Moral of the story: get some good fucking friends in your life.
Anyway. Victor, let's wrap it up.
Yes, so I just plugged everything. Hopefully you're listening. Yeah, I mean, this is our October little special. First year
Yeah.
we're doing it. And
On the 30th, we should dress up. which would be end up being November 2nd, 1st.
We might play around with it. Like maybe we'll
See
you
if
can't
we can-
record on. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But I'd like to keep it in October.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's it. Thanks for listening, everyone.
We love each and one of your eyes and ears watching and listening to us. So do it again next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.